Most investing platforms look the same on surface, but the fees, the FX charges, the automation tools, and even tax wrappers can make massive difference to your long-term returns. So today, I'm going to be breaking down exactly why I've switched to Trading 212 in 2026, what it actually offers behind the marketing, and is it actually worth using for your own investing strategy. This isn't sponsored. It's not financial advice. It's just my real experience after trying multiple platforms over the years, and now I finally think I found the one suited for me. Let's start with the honest reason why I've moved and for why I switched. So I wanted a platform that didn't really punish me with FX fees every time I brought a UK stock. Now, of course, um, with UK stocks, you get no charges. But most platforms convert your money into USD by default, like eToro. Even if you're buying British companies, that adds up massively over time. And just like eToro, which was quite good, I'd say. And for most people, I think this is not really a problem no more because it's more common than it used to be back in the day. And that was fractional shares. Trade 212 do also offer that. So when building positions consistently, it's so much easier when you invest like £5 or £10 or 20 quid at a time instead of waiting to buy a full share, which is priced at like 200 quid. Also, it has proper automation, so auto investing, so recurring deposits, rebalancing, things like that, just to make long-term investing effortless. Because basically, you can put it like on a pie. Say that you I wanted to invest 10 quid a week, and you can just leave it. You don't even have to keep checking it. You just leave it, and it will do its thing for 20 years, and you come back with a portfolio probably worth over 100,000 because it's automated. But the real tipping point for me, and this is the big one that I kind of realised that I was missing out on, and that was the stock and share ISA, but also the SIP. But the SIP I haven't used yet. It's on the same platform with native GBP account, which is Great British Pounds, if people who don't know. And that combination is rare. And to me, that sealed the deal because a stock and share ISA is tax free, and I weren't doing that. But one of the biggest reasons people switch to Trade 212 is the fee structure. Now, I've got some reviews, and basically, might not be the best reviews, people out there, but Forbes and This Money have commented. Forbes literally said there's no platform or trading fees, but investment is £1, which is great. And This Is Money calls it extremely cost effective due to the no commission, no account fees. But why does that matter? Well, every pound you don't pay in fees stays invested. Compounding works harder for you. Beginners don't get punished for small deposits, and long-term investors avoid the slow bleed of platform charges. Now, when you compare that to other platforms charging about £5 to £12 per trade, or a 0.25% to 0.44% platform fees, that difference over the 10 to 20 years is enormous. But it's a huge investment choice that also wins over people. Because Trading 212 now offers over 13,000 stocks and ETFs across the UK, US, Europe, Japan, and China. That's more than enough in global diversification, of course, with sector specific investing, which helps dividend portfolios, but also the growth portfolio people out there who like growths. But they've also got good ETFs and fractional share strategies. But if you don't want to build everything manually, you can use model pies, pre-built diversified portfolios that you can copy or customize. I've made a couple of pies on my account. They're not the pretty much best ones. It's just some that I kind of want to follow. But my £2 daily challenge, or my spare cash challenge at the minute, and the football clubs one, which is quite a little bit fun. It's just to see what happens when you invest in football clubs, and what the news says and what actually happens is completely different to what it is. But they also got multi-currency support. Now, this is one of the underrated features, in my opinion. Trading 212 lets you hold about 12 to 13 currencies inside your invest account. So that means no repeated FX fees. You can pay a 0.15% fee when you actually convert, and you get the interbank rate, not the marked up retail rate. So if you buy, for example, US stocks regularly, this alone can save you hundreds of pounds per year. They also have high interest on uninvested cash. Now, this is another big one. So my savings account on my actual bank is actually at like 1.5%, but Trading 212 is actually offering 3.8%. And this also applies to the investor account, the ISA account, and the cash ISA account. And that beats most high street savings accounts. So even when you're waiting to invest, your money is still working for you. And like I mentioned before, it has got the ISA and SIP availability. Now, of course, it does offer products, and that's the investor account, the SIP account, the cash ISA account, stock and share ISA account, but also the CFD, which for me is not recommended for most. It's not really worth it. A lot of people lose their money trading CFDs, so just be careful if you are one of those people. Make sure that you do your own research on stocks because it is very much highly volatile than just your normal invest in stock, share, and ISA. But having both an ISA and a SIP on the same platform is a huge advantage. It keeps everything organised, tax efficient, and easy to manage. And like mentioned before, you can have your own pies, like my £2 daily challenge. And this is where Trading 212 really shines, especially for long-term investors. So with the auto invest in pies, you can build your own portfolio, set target weights, you automate your rebalancing, you either set your daily, your weekly, your monthly contributions, but you also create direct recurring investments. It basically turns your portfolio into a self-driving car. You set the destination and the platform handles the route. It also has a social feature and community, which is quite good because it's actually quite active and it's quite funny to read some people's posts, but also it's quite intriguing to actually read others because they actually quite are good. And people actually do learn quite a bit off the feed and the community page. Also, just do your own research if you do see something that you think, oh, that's actually really good. He says it's good. I'm going to jump onto that. It might not be. A lot of people on here have their own opinions. They do probably do their own research, hopefully. And when they do invest, they know what they're invested into. But don't jump on it because someone has said otherwise. But sometimes people do have good ideas for stocks that you probably haven't even heard of, or they're hiding in the shadows by big companies. And, there might be some value there. So just make sure you do your own research, but it is worth looking at the community page. There are some good things. It is like the Reddit page, but Reddit page sometimes it's hilarious because they can just go, oh yeah, I'm investing in this, but actually haven't. And, it's not really that great. Or on here you can actually see, which is quite good because, like I say, you could if they have something good, you can copy their pies, learn their strategies. But also with this, you can actually join the communities and join discussions, which for me is really good because it's kind of like a huge confidence boost. And for experienced investors, it's a great way to discover new ideas. So if you are on Trading 212, make sure you check that out. Now, of course, let's talk about the actual user experience for me. Well, it's got clean UI, it's got fast execution, it's got easy transfers, and it has got some great charts because they do have TradingView integration, which I like because I do like TradingView as a platform itself. But with Trading 212, I like that indeed. Now, there's a few cons. Now, the first one probably is going to sound ridiculous, but there is no phone support. It is just basically on a contact form or just an email, which can take a few days. You can't just ring up somebody and go, look, I have a problem, which seems like a common thing nowadays, but a lot of people, especially myself, do like the phone support. You can ring up easily and, get it sorted on the day. But unfortunately, with TradingView 212, and it's a TradingView, that's unlikely to happen anytime soon. Some menus are good to take, but they are getting used to because of the complexity of it. But it doesn't mean it's a bad thing. It just means that there's a few stuff out there that are really good, but just because there's so much on the screen, it could take a time for a beginner to have a look. Also, the research tools are limited versus like Hargreaves Lansdown and IG Investing. It's not much of a bad thing, but it is a con for me because I have to use other platforms just to see about the stocks. Trading 212 do have like a basic reviews, revenues, how the stock is, how the stock does, and stuff like that. But it's not really the greatest thing. It hasn't really got much of an explore page either. It has like the most sold, the most things, and then a few categories, but not like heat maps and sectors and stuff like that, which you will find like on TradingView, Hargreaves, and other platforms. But overall, for me, the platform is amazing. It feels modern, fast, and built for long-term investors. So why do I prefer it over eToro? Again, this is not financial advice. Please don't just go and switch over if need be. Some people do find eToro a lot better, like I used to do back in the day. But this is just my personal experience. Well, compared to eToro, Trading 212 gives me no withdrawal fees, my native British pounds, lower FX fees, the ISA and SIP in the same place. eToro has neither done it itself. It's actually through the third-party platform, Money Farm, and it has a cleaner UI for long-term investing now. Which sounds ridiculous because eToro actually had a great UI, but now they're going for more AI and all this like robotic investing with AI and get AI to do this, AI to do that, which for me is just, as a long-term investor, something that just wants to invest, it's a great thing. I don't want to just talk to a bot and goes, oh, I just want you to pick me a stock today. Just put me £100 into it. What's the point? And it feels a little bit more clunky now because that's what they're trying to force into. They're trying to force AI because it's the next big thing, but it isn't going to work, in my opinion. It just doesn't feel like an invested platform. But that's just my opinion. Now, if you're a day trader and use AI, eToro might still appeal for you. But for long-term investing, Trading 212 just fits better for me. So who's Trading 212 best for and not for? Well, for my opinion, it's best for beginners, long-term investors, dividend investors, ETF investors, people who want automation, and people who want layer freeze. Now, if you haven't started with Trading 212 today, there's an opportunity where you get free shares by clicking the link down the description, opening an account and depositing less than £1, and you get an opportunity to get some free shares worth up to £100. Now, I do also get the opportunity to get those same shares in my account because it is a friends link. It's not an affiliated link, so I'm not sponsored. I'm not getting money from it. I'm just getting the same amount of shares as you would do. It is a friends link, like I say, so you only got a limited opportunity. There's only a few spots. One has already been taken after my post on the platform and on Twitter. So there's a few spots left. So if you want to go and get those, go and check the link down in the description and go and join Trading 212 today. But what's it not for? Well, it's people who kind of want the contact and phone support, people who really need deep research tools and don't really want to go on different platforms, people who want OEIC funds, and heavy day traders needing advanced analytics. But overall, if you fall into the first group, you're probably going to love Trading 212. So here's the bottom line. I switched to Trading 212 because it just fits the way I invest. The low fees, strong automation, fractional shares, but also the proper tax wrappers. It makes long-term invested effortless. The multi-currency support saves me money. The 3.8% interest on cash is a bonus, and a clean UI just makes the whole experience smoother. It's not perfect, no platform is. But for me, investing style, it just fits the best. And if you found this breakdown helpful and useful, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you leave a like and comment down below if you are one of those that use Trading 212 today. And like I say, if you don't, what other platforms do you use? Because I'd like to hear. But thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Goodbye.